Yeah, it happened, guys. Caitlyn Clark might just be on her way out. The WNBA season's just wrapped, playoffs raging without her, and the air's thick with whispers. She's been sidelined all summer. Groin strains, quad tweaks, horrific shoves. And now, in a presser that starts routine, she drops the bomb. Career announcements that could shake the league to its core. This isn't just talk, it's a line in the sand. Where does she go from here? Last season, Caitlyn Clark dragged the Fever to the playoffs for the first time in 7 years. Her games averaged 1.2 million viewers, a crazy 150% jump from the prior season. Brands threw money at her. Nike, Gatorade, State Farm, all inking deals worth millions off court. She was the face, the savior, the kid from Iowa who made women's basketball must-see TV. But fast forward to 2025, her sophomore slump turns into a nightmare. Injuries hit early and often. A left quad strain in late May sidelined her for 3 weeks after a brutal screen against the Sun. Then a left groin pull in June, right after she returns, keeps her out another 2. By July 15th, a right groin tear during a drive against the Liberty ends it. 13 games total, averaging 16.5 points and 8.8 assists in the ones she played. The Fever, once contenders, limp through to clinch 6th seed in the playoffs with an underwhelming 24-20 season record. But it wasn't just the aches, it was the hits. Clark became the league's punching bag, literally. Flagrant fouls. She drew 17% of the WNBA's total in those 13 games, her league stats, more than any other player by a mile. Remember June 17th against the Connecticut Sun? J.C. Sheldon pokes her in the eye, accidental or not, leaving a shiner that swells shut. Clark's vision blurred, she missed 2 free throws, and the Fever dropped a winnable game. Then there's Brittany Griner's reach in on May 28th, officially on Natasha Howard, but the bench rant lip reads as a possible racial jab at the white girl. Commissioner Kathy Engelbert calls it physical but fair in a Daily Mail interview. Everybody's getting bumped. Yet Clark missed 14 of 27 games, her body a roadmap of bruises. Even Stephen A. Smith warns of federal probes into the hostile environment, citing a Wall Street Journal op-ed comparing her to Jordan, but calling out the WNBA's silence. And this is where things go completely off the rails. The mockery? It's subtler but stings. Vets like Chennedy Carter body check her pre-tip-off in a June Sky game, drawing 2.7 million viewers, the most watched regular season tilt in 25 years, but laced with welcome to the league vibes. Ratings dip without her. All-Star Game viewership falls to 2.2 million from 3.4 the year before. The Fever's ticket prices plummet 40% for her absence games. As CBS Sports puts it, it's a disaster for the WNBA, the Fever, and herself. But hold on, it gets even better, or worse. Sophie Cunningham became the unlikely knight in shining armor. Traded to Indy from Phoenix in February 2025 for Nalissa Smith and a first-rounder, Cunningham's a 6'1" sharpshooter with grit. She'd gushed pre-trade. Caitlyn's killing it. I'm a huge fan. I never say that. On court, they click. Tress Leaches with Lexi Hull becomes a fan-favorite trio, custom tees selling out. But it's June 17th when Cunningham cements her role. After Sheldon's eye poke on Clark, benches clear in the final minute. Fever up big, but tempers flare. Sheldon steals and sprints. Cunningham yanks her down by the neck. Ejection follows for both, plus Lindsay Allen. A torn MCL sidelines Cunningham August 17th. Same fate as Clark, both out till 2026. Her 2-word post on Clark's shutdown, heartbroken together. And that's when things took a turn for the unexpected. Rumors swirl all offseason about Clark's future. European leagues, hungry for her star power, dangle offers. Fenerbahce in Turkey whispers $2 million a year, per leaked emails to her camp. It's no secret, WNBA salaries top out at $250,000 for supers, but overseas, double, triple that, with shorter seasons and less physicality. Past stars like Breanna Stewart played abroad off-season. Now with Clark's injuries, speculation boils. Yet in her September 11th presser, Clark confirms, "I've got offers on the table, millions from Europe. But I love the WNBA. I'm committing to 2026, with conditions." Here's the part that nobody saw coming. The ultimatum. If the bullying continues, the hard fouls, the mocking, the injuries that feel targeted, she's out. Caitlyn Clark's already got $1 million offer from a top Euro team, and she won't go alone. Sophie's coming with her. They've talked, and she's had the same hits, the same frustrations. They'd build something new over there. To the WNBA, your loss. You could have not fumbled the bag if you put your fan base above politics, but what happens next will change everything. Clark details the announcements. First, she's launching a player safety initiative with the Players Association, demanding longer rosters from 12 to 15, no back-to-backs, and mandatory rest days. We've got 16 players out league-wide this year, 5 on the Fever alone, she notes, citing the injury epidemic. Second, a mentorship program for rookies, drawing from her own hazing. Young players should thrive, not just survive. Third and biggest, the Euro pact with Cunningham. Sophie's her enforcer on court, her rock-off. If the WNBA doesn't step up with fines for flagrants, better refs, mental health support, they're packing for Istanbul or wherever pays best. Cunningham adds, "I've turned down Phoenix buybacks. We're a package deal." This isn't bluffing. Clark's camp leaks details. A $1.5 million 2-year deal from EuroLeague women champs, with bonuses for attendance spikes. Cunningham's got $800,000 on offer from the same. It's real money, more than their combined WNBA salaries. The league scrambles. Engelbert schedules emergency talks. Caitlyn's irreplaceable. She admits in a follow-up call, ratings for her presser, 4 million live streams, outpacing finals games. Sponsors rally. Nike pledges $10 million to safety funds if she stays. Stick around because this next part is huge. The backstory's personal. Clark and Cunningham bonded over shared scars. Their Tres Leches crew, a shield against isolation. Hull posts, proud of my girls standing tall. Critics like Jeff Teague call Clark a one-trick pony, but she fires back. I've elevated this league, now elevate us. The WSJ piece fuels it. Federal eyes on WNBA hostility. And if you think that's shocking, wait until you see this. Reactions pour in. Aja Wilson tweets support. Protect our stars, period. Reese, silent but her camp leaks tension from their May flagrant. Bayless, finally accountability. Gaines, told you, racial undercurrents. Fans flood petitions. 500,000 signatures for reform by morning. Cunningham's podcast deal explodes to top charts. Her Clark defense clip viral again. But here's the most important part. This could be a game changer. Clark's not just announcing, she's forcing evolution. The WNBA has grown, attendance up 50% since her arrival. But at what cost? Injuries up 30% league-wide, per reports. Low pay at $84,000 for her in 2025 pushes overseas play. As you would expect, her move is a wake-up call. A wake-up. She could be here for 2026, but only if it's safe. Otherwise, Europe's calling, and Sophie's answering with her. After all, both stars have become the league's biggest attraction, and without them, interest in the WNBA seems to die off. Without Caitlyn Clark and Sophie Cunningham, viewership is down 45% from 2024's 20 million, projecting 11 million total, costing $20 to $25 million in playoff revenue. Tickets drop 47%, merch sales flatline. Experts pegged Caitlyn Clark at 26.5% of the WNBA's $200 million revenue. Tickets, TV, endorsements all projected to explode. And here's where it gets even crazier. Projections had her pushing nearly $1 billion in economic impact for 2025 alone, with franchise values up 180 to 273% and a $2.2 billion media deal, tripling TV cash to $200 million yearly starting 2026. It used to be a rumor that the WNBA's Golden Goose will leave the league. Now the rumors are all but confirmed. I mean, what do you get when the league's hell-bent on making sure she doesn't shine? We all had high hopes for the new season with Caitlyn Clark right at the center of Indiana Fever's game, but the referees had other plans. Even after the highly controversial game against Connecticut Sun where the refs went to sleep, Caitlyn Clark had this to say, "But Clark and Sophie Cunningham will be laughing all the way to the bank because if the WNBA doesn't act now, someone else will. Clark's not the villain. She's the missed opportunity. Fix it or fade." If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates. Stay tuned.